Hey, everybody, my name is Matt, and welcome to the Real Three Idiots podcast. With me is Teddy.
Hola.
And, well, the guy you couldn't hear last episode is the guy you don't hear now. We are one idiot short.
Wimpy, he gone.
Stan has decided to work on a solo project. He no longer wants to be an idiot.
Transgender reassignment?
You know what? I believe it's a podcast about the history of food in the Air Force. Yeah, I don't know. We wish him all the best. And
my condolences.
Yeah. And we hope his podcast definitely doesn't outscore ours, okay? So right now we are looking for an idiot. Yep, we are in search of an idiot. This would probably be pretty simple with the world being full of idiots.
God loves them.
Yeah, yes, he does.
He made a lot of them.
So normally what would happen is this. We would sit in a bar, right? We sit at Howard Street, and we would just bullshit about this and discuss this and do all this. But we thought we would bring you guys into the process and maybe get some help from everybody along the way. All right? A reminder right now, the Real Three Idiots are on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can find us at _Real3_Idiots_podcast. We're also on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. So any place that you go ahead and you throw up some info, we will find it. You can also get to us at 3certifiedidiots@gmail.com. Okay, so any ideas you have, let us know. So here's the deal. If you have an idea, hit us up with it. We will get into it. And if you have any feedback on any of our ideas, let us know. Anything that you think is great or absolutely terrible. So at first right here, I'd like to pre-apologize for almost everything I'm about to say. And if I offend anyone, don't be offended. I mean, they're just words.
Is that like being pre-approved?
That is exactly like being pre-approved. All right, Teddy, go ahead and hit me with some ideas, because I think the thing we got to do is we just got to get into this and really feel the idiotness.
So you want me to give you a suggestion about who should be our third idiot?
Our third idiot.
I do have a short list of people that I think would be tremendous idiots.
Okay, and this was made on the short bus?
And they prove this time and time again, yes.
All right, hit us.
They might not be good enough for the short bus, to be quite honest with you. So my first suggestion is Jimmy Kimmel / Jimmy Fallon, and the reason I name them both together is because they're basically the same entity to me. I can't tell them apart. When I hear Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, they're like the same. Like I said, they're the same to me. I've seen them talk on their talk shows. Again, other than just their monologue shtick and hating Donald Trump, I really can't figure out why everybody
Teddy,
loves them to death.
I wish we were on video right now,
don't
just
know.
to see the look on my face. I think they both have full-time jobs.
Yes.
Okay, and I believe they also have podcasts.
Do they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you would actually be, if you want to check them out, I guess they're pretty funny. I've listened to some of them, but I feel like they wouldn't go against their own little deal.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they have podcasts. Actually, I don't listen to podcasts, except this one, of course. Because
I think podcasts are stupid.
Because I'm
and
selfish.
now on our podcast today.
Because I'm selfish.
Okay. Now, listen, I had an idea, and this is probably, as outlandish as yours, but I thought this would be perfect for you. The Rock or Ryan Reynolds?
I mean, wasn't Ryan Reynolds, didn't he play he was Deadpool guy, right?
Right.
Which was pretty amusing. And The Rock, he was very, obviously he's the most, very charismatic guy, and obviously the most famous wrestler who transitioned to being a movie star. The problem with The Rock, he's in so many movies and he's so distinctive looking. Like, we all know it's The Rock. We all know it's The Rock. It's like, it's like when Tom Cruise is in a movie, we all know it's Tom Cruise, so...
You can't believe Tom Cruise is a character. You just always believe he's Tom Cruise.
Well, we know Tom Cruise isn't going to die. We know The Rock's not going to die in any movies because he's The Rock. So, like the Fast and the Furious, when they're going 200 miles an hour in a car where a normal person would obviously crash within 30 seconds, he somehow manages to navigate through, paid assassins.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually, Teddy, pick them.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think either one of them are idiots. I've
No,
actually
it
heard
is.
Ryan Reynolds, very funny.
Yeah,
okay. The
very
reason I
articulate.
picked him
Oh.
is they're both hot, and I figured you'd be into that, right? A hot guy.
Well,
having a hot guy right here.
Isn't Ryan Reynolds married to that Blake Lively chick who was pretty hot? She was in the movie.
I don't look. Ryan Reynolds. Look, Ryan Reynolds is a 12 on a scale of 1 to 2. Okay, Blake Lively. I mean, she might be a 2 out of scale of 1 to 2, but Ryan Reynolds is,
I mean, don't get
literally.
me wrong. Ryan Reynolds can wear the shit out of some skinny jeans. I believe you.
Yeah. I mean, here's the problem. I think if we had Ryan Reynolds on here, both you and I would just be like, oh yeah, Ryan, yeah, that's great, Ryan. I dropped my pencil again, Ryan. Could you just bend over and graph that? Yeah, flex for me, baby.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I probably wouldn't recognize Ryan Reynolds if he walked past me on the street. I mean, like, yeah, he's a famous guy, but I mean, he probably looks like every dude I played softball with over the last 10 years. I don't know Ryan.
Are you
Reynolds.
He's super hot.
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds is super hot. That would be impossible not to recognize. Here's how you. If you and I were walking down the street, here's how you would know it was Ryan Reynolds. Because I would be running up to him, humping his leg immediately as soon as I saw him, along with every other human being on the planet.
Wait, so what about those guys, Chris and Liam Hainsworth? Aren't they the Thor guy? Isn't he like the hot guy?
Okay, you know what? I'm uncomfortable right now.
Hemsworth?
Yeah. I'm just uncomfortable that we're just talking about hot guys. Okay, so let me give you some real ideas here, okay? Because I feel if we keep doing this, we're just going to list all hot guys.
What about non-hot guys like William Dafoe? That's an ugly dude.
Yeah, we'll have to...
Great actor, but that guy.
Okay, you know what? Let's just get away from hot guys or ugly guys, okay? I feel all right. So listen, I had an idea. All right, now I did research. I did a lot of research on this, okay? Because we found out what Friday night, right? That we didn't have a third idiot, okay? And let me ask you this though, before we do this, how the Beatles had like 10 albums before they broke up, right?
Well, I remember the Beatles had that original drummer who got kicked out of the band before Ringo Starr was their drummer. So that's what our idiot is like now. He's like the guy who everyone's going to forget about 20 years from now, and the guy who replaces him.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. And then they had this one guy in the first show, but yeah, and then they replaced him with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, and it just sounded like Ted and Matt were just spanking the monkey the entire time. It's like...
The first guy's going to be like the dustbin of history. That's the first guy.
Okay, a Jeopardy question. This guy was one of the original 3 idiots before being instantaneously replaced with someone much better.
He's like the guy. He's like the third guy at Apple Computer who wanted his money back in 1970.
Oh my God.
And if he had stayed with it, he would have been like a billionaire. But now he serves. Now he's like a hot dog vendor at a minor league
No,
baseball.
is he really?
God's truth. Yes, he is. Yes. And they actually did an interview with him a few years ago, and they said, hey, if he would have just stayed with Apple, they cashed him out for the $15,000 he invested. He would have been obviously a billionaire. And of course, he said, I have no regrets, which we know he's lying tremendously.
We have a video. You could have been in a threesome with Beyonce. And any other the hottest you had your choice of the 2 chicks. You could have been in a threesome, and you decided not to because you were just that you had a girlfriend at the time and you really didn't want. Any regrets? No. Could you excuse me? I'm gonna have to go kill myself because you brought that up. It took about 20 years of therapy to forget that. Yeah.
But he saved $15,000 back in 1970. So
I put that money in my pocket, baby. Oh yeah. All right. So here's what I'm thinking, Teddy. Busted out former child stars.
Macaulay Culkin?
See, perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, in prison better. I'm thinking like Lindsay Lohan, right? I mean, she's got to have the most incredible stories, right? What? I mean, she was a total skank, bust out. I mean, she's got to be perfect for this.
What about the Brady Bunch kids? I mean, they had to be a little bit screwed up back in the day, right? I mean,
yeah, but I don't think they were totally busted out. Here, I checked this out. There's a kid from I can't never remember this guy's name, from Saved by the Bell, the dorky guy.
Yeah, the guy who passed away.
Oh shit, is he dead? I'm just about to tear into his ass.
No, from cancer, like Dustin.
Oh man, he's dead.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel terrible.
No, don't talk about that.
Oh, okay, because he was like destitute. He actually starred in his own porno, right? I mean, that's the way you do it, right?
Oh,
he starred in his own porno.
Yeah. Or what about Different Strokes? Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman.
Aren't they all dead?
Yes, they met very auspicious end.
Yeah, I mean, I think they all hit the same crack pipe at some point, right?
I think Todd Bridges shot a couple of people at a crack house, and then Gary Coleman.
So he's Marvin Harrison,
and Gary Coleman,
allegedly.
Gary Coleman died of dwarfism.
What? Wait, he banged so many dwarfs he died?
Not the Wizard of Oz.
Holy shit! I did not know you could do that. So, how many dwarfs can you fuck before you die? Is there a limit?
I just think he had too many Y chromosomes.
Oh, you're saying he was? Oh, fuck, he was a dwarf.
He was dealt a bad hand.
Okay,
He was dealt
okay,
a bad
okay.
hand.
Here, I'm thinking Shia LaBeouf. We know this guy, right?
Oh yeah, he was in Transformers.
Yeah, yeah.
With Megan Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he made the ultimate mistake. I believe Shia LaBeouf went full retard, and as y'all know, you never go full retard.
Yeah, he like I said, he's like the typical actor who's like one of those guys. He like if you saw him walking down the street, I would not know who he was, but he was just in the right place at the right time. He got a little entitled, started doing some silly stuff, and I'm sure he's a talented guy. But he's just too.
I doubt that.
He's too weird and too drunk.
Well, here, so as I was looking this stuff up, there was a chick from Full House, the older sister, not one of the twins, the older sister. Okay, they canceled the show, and at 14 years old. She's an alcoholic. I mean, is that real? I mean, how can you become an alcoholic at 14? I mean, I'm in my 50s. It took years to become an alcoholic. You can't just overnight a 14-year-old girl become an alcoholic. That's bullshit.
I mean, she sounds like someone. I don't know who you're talking about. It sounds like she led a really entitled lifestyle. And her parents had obviously a liquor cabinet without a lock on it.
Well, I mean, you're 10 years old and you're making I don't know $100,000, $50,000. I mean. That's that would lead me to immediately be a drug addict.
I couldn't find my own ass when I was 10 years old, so I don't know how. I have no concept of this at all.
Yeah, that'd be so weird. Give a 10-year-old me $50,000 a year, and parents who didn't give a shit. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be dead now, but that would be awesome.
That sounds like some serious free-range parenting going on there.
Oh, we don't like to say no to our daughter, because we want her just to experience life. And when people say no, it closes the opportunity to smoke crack and suck five guys' dicks. Yeah. So, all right. One more guy, Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah, Partridge Family
Right.
guy. He's like a DJ. He's a successful DJ,
Yeah.
and he did the celebrity boxing match with Donny Osmond, I think. Back in the day.
Teddy.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas
Really?
to watch Danny Bonaducci fight some guy. I think he was, I don't know what show he was from, whatever. But
Yeah.
So it was the night George Fraser, like 50-year-old George Fraser.
I think he was like 46, 47 or 48. Yeah, and who beat Michael Moore for the title.
Right.
Yeah, we all remember
Right.
that.
So we're in Vegas for that, right?
Wow.
In the MGM, I think it was MGM Grand. I think we're in there.
Okay.
And then after that place clears out, it's empty now. The oldest guy probably in the history of boxing wins a boxing match. I think he was 40 whatever.
Yeah,
and
he was in his mid-late 40s, yes.
Yeah, and he had I don't know 75 kids by then, or right? Is that the guy
That he vouches for.
and then in a silent stadium with about 40 people watching, we watched Danny Bonaducci fight a guy. It was like watching two 8-year-olds swinging wild haymakers swinging. It was pretty surreal.
Sure.
It was pretty surreal.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't heard about the Juice's name in a long time, but yeah, I hear he had the boxing thing going. I think he fought Donny Osmond in one celebrity boxing match.
Okay. All right. So you got any other ideas? Because I listen. I don't want to be that guy who this is my great idea, but I love the busted out former child stars.
You talking about for a third idiot?
Yes, for
Okay.
a third idiot.
I'm actually thinking a professional politician because when I think of an idiot, how can we not love politicians? And what comes to mind? Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, AOC, and the squad. I mean, the height of stupidity. When you think about it, I mean, yeah, I think they're perfect.
Okay, so now they're in the limelight. They're in the limelight still, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
Joe Biden. I think he has a job now. I do. I think he has a job. I think I heard him on the TV today.
Weekend at Bernie's.
But you know what? Trump does not have a job, and love him or hate him, he's as stupid as they come. Let's be 100% honest. Plus, the way he tweets like a 14-year-old girl. I mean, we get pub every single time. I mean, he'd probably be sitting here these two guys. I'm the greatest idiot of all time, And I'd be like, these other two idiots, not idiotic enough for me. No. So yeah, I love that idea, and I'm going to throw one out. Another guy I don't think has a job, Anthony Weiner.
Well, I mean, with that last name, obviously based on his history, we have to laugh at the irony of that. Here's a guy, Anthony Weiner, based on my recollection, member of Congress who was an up-and-coming congressman, got busted for literally waving his wiener on Snapchat or Instagram to underage girls. guy was a convicted sex offender, ended up running for mayor of New York, and was actually leading in the polls, and then unfortunately got busted again. And I think that actually what cost Hillary Clinton. He was like collateral damage that actually potentially cost Hillary Clinton the election back in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
So